Welcome to Mojo Travels, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 reasons to make Colombia your next travel destination. Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to Mojo Travels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at some of the most compelling arguments for moving Colombia to the top of your bucket list. Number 10. Improved safety. For some, Colombia's reputation as dangerous makes it a non-starter in terms of potential destinations. But while the country may have a history of violence, modern-day Colombia is a far cry from the way it continues to be depicted in popular media. Over the last decade and a half, Colombia's major population centers, like Bogotá, Cali, and Medellín, have all put in overtime to reduce crime rates, especially violent crime. There are still some concerns along the borders, which travelers are discouraged from visiting, but Colombia is now by and large considered safe. In fact, industry insiders are predicting that it's on track to be among the trendiest IT destinations in the coming years. Yes, you should be cautious and mindful of your surroundings, but that's just generally sound travel advice. Number 9. Cartagena. Honestly, it's not hard to understand why Colombia's travel industry is predicted to have such a bright future. Take, for example, Cartagena. A city of under 1 million people, located in the Bolívar region, Cartagena is an absolute gem. Though the entire city is warm, inviting, and vibrant, it's the old town that makes Cartagena a must-visit. Boasting centuries-old colonial architecture, much of it brightly painted, the old town is jam-packed with historic sites. But one needn't seek out these attractions. The old town is best appreciated on foot at a leisurely pace. The whole thing is one big historic site, as evidenced by its UNESCO World Heritage status. As if the Old Town's not reason enough to visit Cartagena, the coastal city also boasts some of the country's finest beaches. Number 8. The natural splendor. Colombia's cities are enchanting, but the country is also blessed with breathtaking landscapes and natural wonders. Outdoor enthusiasts will be tempted to spend a sizable portion of their trip exploring Colombia's national parks and other protected areas. Colombia is notable not only for its ample green space, but also the high levels of biodiversity. If you've got time to spare, a cross-country trip will take you through a wide variety of landscapes, from the dense rainforest of the Amazon to the Andes Mountains to the deserts of Tatacoa and La Guajira. There's even savanna. The Colombian wilderness provides plenty of beautiful photo ops, but there are also a few specific natural attractions to stand out. These include the Caño Cristales, or Rainbow River, and La Cueva del Esplendor, or Cave of Splendor. Number 7. Las Lajas. As much as we love untarnished swaths of natural beauty, there's something to be said for finding a triumph of engineering where you least expect it. The Santuario de las Lajas is more than just another church. It's a work of art, further elevated by the way in which it stands in contrast to the surrounding landscape. Spanning the Guaitara River and Canyon, Las Lajas, or rather the National Shrine Basilica of Our Lady of Las Lajas, looks like something out of a fantasy movie. Built in the first half of the 20th century, Las Lajas might not be the oldest attraction in Colombia, but it more than makes up the difference with curb appeal. It tends to get quite busy over the weekend, so if possible, make this day trip during the week to avoid crowds. Number 6. Coffee. There are many countries that pride themselves on the quality of their beans, but few can back it up like Colombia. If you're a coffee lover, this place is likely to feel like heaven on earth. Not only will you have to go out of your way to get a bad cup of joe, but you can also learn about the production process. It's all well and good to appreciate coffee culture, but what about the culture of the place where your coffee comes from? It's estimated that the coffee industry employs a staggering 500,000 farming families in Colombia, and in this world where seemingly everything is mass-produced, there's something deeply satisfying about the idea of an industry of small producers. It's actually something of a necessity. Colombia's coffee-growing regions are too mountainous for automated farming that use heavy machinery. Translation: these farms are gorgeous. Number 5. Local hospitality. While you're enjoying that cup of Colombian coffee, don't be surprised if a local strikes up a conversation with you. We certainly wouldn't recommend getting in a car with someone you just met, and that goes for any destination, but talking to locals is a great way to learn about a town, city, or country. Tourism is an important industry here, and so most people you encounter will likely be happy to see you and genuinely want to make sure that you're enjoying your stay. Colombians are a diverse group from a variety of ethnic backgrounds, but the one thing they all tend to share in common is a deep sense of pride. Whether a local vendor, the person at the next table over when you sit down to eat, or just a passerby, the people you meet in Colombia know how to make travelers feel welcome. Number 4. Food. Are you the sort of traveler who lets your taste buds do the trip planning? If so, this one's for you. Or rather, your taste buds. This is a country with proud culinary traditions and many, many regional specialties to discover. Many of the nation's most iconic dishes may appear humble in design, but they're filling, flavorful, and oh so satisfying. Arepas, for example, are corn-based flatbreads that can be served plain or as a sandwich stuffed with cheese and/or meat. The latter preparation is hugely popular as a street food. We suspect that you'll be tempted to get some just about every day of your trip. Another must-try dish is bandeja paisa. This impressive platter of food has long been associated with farm life. You certainly need a farmer's appetite to eat it. It's sort of like the Colombian full English breakfast, including beans, rice, chicharrón, chorizo, ground meat or steak, avocado, plantain, and a fried egg. Everyone does it a little differently. Number 3. Nightlife. There ain't no party like, well, pretty much any party you're likely to go to in Colombia. No matter how you approach it, Colombia will inevitably get you having a good time. The nightlife in the major cities is the stuff of legend. The people here have a love of life that's hard to deny. From nightclubs and bars to restaurants, there's seemingly no escape from the music and dancing. After the sun goes down, cities like Bogota and Medellin get bumping. Colombia also distinguishes itself with its busy calendar of festivals and events. During Carnaval, regular life is brought to a screeching halt as the locals unite in the street for days of revelry. The Carnival of Barranquilla is considered second only to the celebrations held in Rio de Janeiro. Number 2. Bogota. If you're looking to enjoy the aforementioned nightlife and/or festivals, Bogota is the place you want to be. Colombia's capital and most populated city, Bogota's offerings are many and varied. Lovers of urban culture may be interested to know that the city decriminalized street art in 2011, transforming Bogota into one big art exhibit. The results are hard to argue with. It's truly inspiring. The city's modern skyline stands in beautiful contrast to the Andes Mountains in the distance, and this duality feels like it's made its way into the very fabric of the Colombian metropolis. This is where you'll find Colombia's best restaurants and most high-profile attractions, like Plaza de Bolívar, as well as both historic buildings and modern architecture. Number 1. The beaches. Considering everything we've discussed in our video today, your itinerary is likely already starting to feel rather full. You could spend a month in Bogota and still be uncovering hidden gems on your last day. The same goes for the country's vast natural spaces. But truly, the one thing that you cannot miss when visiting Colombia is the coastline. Do you like to be pampered on a resort-style stretch of beach complete with all the amenities? You're spoiled for choice in this country. Prefer to get off the beaten track and find a more private beach? You can certainly do that too. After all, Colombia has hundreds of beaches to explore. And with both Pacific and Caribbean coastlines, the country is uniquely well-positioned when it comes to all things sun, sand, and surf. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Mojo Travels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.